line, yeah? That one. Yes. There, get a bit more. A bit more. More. Yeah. Yep. Good morning. We've made some really good progress today. We've been able to do that because there's been so many straight runs, and as you've just seen from that time lapse, as soon as we get on the straight runs and there's no cuts involved, absolutely flies up. I'd argue that today we've probably knocked out the most amount of slating so far. Just come up here to do a bit of rope management. As you can see, all the ropes come out of this little hatch on these big 5-ton slings, and depending on where we're working, we'll position them on different corners and bits of the roof. So for today, for example, I was mainly doing this big bit on either side of the dormer, so we positioned it in the middle. Tomorrow I'm going to be working over there, so we need to make sure this sling is just long enough to go there, but not too long, so that the pulley's so far down that I can't get high enough to do this last slate. More complicated than it looks, you know. And how far it sticks out of the tops depends on how much we wrap it round various bits of the frame. This little hatch, by the way, will always be there. We can obviously make some sort of lid, which we can close from the inside, kind of like submarine style close, but it'll always be an access point. It's never going to be like a viewing gallery or somewhere that's safe to just go out and show people. But if we ever need it, we've got a way of getting out of the top, and that's going to stay there forever. Let me talk you through the plan for the next 2 weeks, because we're finally at a point where for the first time we've got some real deadlines about finishing the turret, and some realistic steps forward. Step 1 is obviously finish all the slating, all the cutting in, all the slates that need to go on the turret. They need to be finished. I'm hoping, and I think it's reasonable, that by this Friday, if we just concentrate solely on slating and cutting in, we can get all the slate work done by Friday. Then Monday morning, we got all these cedar planks which arrived a few weeks ago. That's so we can finish cladding the underside of the turret. We've got the front left to do, and we'll get it all painted as well, get that all closed up now. But to do that, we've got to extend this scaffolding just closer to the wall so we can have a nice stable working platform. So spend a couple of days next week getting all that cedar prepped. We've got to profile it through the spindle moulder as well, get it all cut to size, make sure it's all, you know, kind of get a kit for each one so it's quick. Then the roofer's going to come back hopefully Wednesday. He's going to sort us that platform out, rejig the scaffolding because he was the one to put it up. Then we can crack on with that for the rest of the week. While we're doing that, the roofer is going to clear all the gutters out, get them all polished up, make sure we haven't pierced it with all the stuff that's dropped, get everything cleared away, all the slating paraphernalia cleared away off the roof, ready for the week after when we take all of the scaffolding down at the front. Yeah, that's going to be an amazing reveal. And hopefully, if we get all these bits done, the cedar and the slating and stuff, it's not really going to hinder us not having that scaffolding at the front. We'll have very little work to do there, and we'll still have all this scaffolding around the other 3 sides as well. So that's the plan for the next couple of weeks. It's exciting, and there's finally a real end to it. And obviously on the turret there's loads of little bits. We've got bits to finish off with the window, bits of soldering, you know, making the cap and stuff. But really in the next 2 weeks we should be at the stage where we're just faffing about with the little bits just to get it finished, and then, well, then we're on to the rest of it. I hope that's exciting for you, because it's exciting for me, and I will be so glad to not be on that turret anymore. It's been a headache, and it seems like it's been a long time, and you know, video wise as well, you guys won't know, but behind the scenes I'm always saying to the guys, you know, whenever we're doing anything, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, we can do this job, this is the next thing that needs to be done, but I can't really do or show that for more than 2 or 3 days, because then it's the same footage, it's the same thing, it's tedious. I need to think of something else to do, show something else, and I'm always trying to change the footage, and you know, as much as we can whilst still getting stuff done. So this is the first time really we've had like more than a week where we've been focused on working in the same place, doing the same thing day after day after day. And that's what's been really hard about the filming, is there'd been no variety to film, and whereas I normally try at least inject that in some way. But if we've got to concentrate on one thing, we've got to do it and just stick with it. But things will be changing in the next few weeks, and we'll be doing some very different and very exciting stuff, all still roof based, but it'll change it up a bit. Anyway, see you tomorrow.